Hello there everyone on YouTube! Welcome to another episode of this Ostrogoths campaign here on Total War Attila. So, speaking about Attila, we do have a Hunnish army, the Steeds of Doom, which we gotta make something happen against them. Now, we are kinda replenished here, but I do want, to have these armies, a little bit better in terms of what we have currently. Let me just make sure that I spot my objectives. Active missions. I need to be at war with the Gruthungians, which I honestly don't want that. Chapter objectives. Survive. Oh, Spring 400. It's arriving. What do I need for that? Look. Okay, I've accomplished this one. I need labor service, which is this one. That means 3 turns. I can do that. Which one am I researching? This one. Okay, then I'm gonna do this one. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Then I need to hold the entirety of Dacia. That's not gonna happen soon. And force a defensive... What? A defensive or military alliance with the Huns? I'm fighting them! How the hell do you want me to do that? Okay, I don't think that's gonna happen. So at least a couple of objectives. The research ones, I think, would be nice. Now there are a couple of armies here nearby Aquileia that will help me out against any Roman incursions. So for now, I'm not fighting the Romans. The Romans? Are you fighting the Romans? No, I'm not fighting the Romans. If you don't know that. Why I'm talking like that, please go and watch The Life of Brian from the Monty Python. It's just an awesome movie, full of great quotes. So okay, let's fight the Steeds of Doom. I think I have, I have 2 armies. Come on, if 2 armies cannot face 1 army from the Huns in a weakened state, then I don't know what can. So let me just see. We're gonna divide my forces, I guess. Just to make sure that we don't get overwhelmed there. Something like this would be in order. Yeah, 4 for 4. That's it. And it's a bit of a more balanced state. Can these guys arrive there? No, they can't. So I'm just going to move them here. And now you can attack. Good. So let's go for it. And they ran away. Can I pursue them? I think so. I think I can pursue them. Let me see. This is actually... It's going to cause me some attrition. But let me spot for this army. Right, cool. So I can move them here. They are... they are in range. And now I can attack them here. Alright, let's destroy one of the Huns' armies and hordes. Oh, perfect! Let me spot one thing. Because I'm checking a lot of lancers in... mounted. Oh great, only 4? Oh, I couldn't have waited for better. You see, the worst part about the Huns is their horse cavalry. They only have 4 units, possibly 5. I don't believe there will be 5. So if they have mostly mounted melee, then it's perfect against my composition because I have a lot of spearmen. So yeah, I guess I'm actually gonna use the brigands as much as I can, make them soak the main charge, but that will work just nicely. I think this is a much better engagement than I was initially thinking. No, I thought it was going, as you've seen the the bar there, the power bar. Of course, I'm bringing almost as twice as the men they have. They do have, a couple of infantry units that are negligible. I guess the only thing that I have to... Oh, there's fog. I don't want that. Let's pray to the gods. Oh, good! Dry weather. Let's go with that. Okay, so they are over there, and as you can see, they have like a couple of infantry forces. But those are not important. They have melee cav as their chieftain. Look at that. This is really cool. Look at that design. It's awesome. Alright, let me see the other units they have here. They... Is this a... Yeah, these are women. Okay, they brought women to fight. And really ugly, I can see why. And they brought even more ugly men to fight. Okay, that's cool. And there's a lot of horsemen, of course, with the bows. Now, these are the units that I'm gonna try to use my bows against. So my reinforcements are coming in from that side. I want these guys to be hidden and protected. So let's just set up a couple of units here. You guys are gonna go here. I certainly need to wait for the reinforcements. Let's just do like this. Then we're gonna catch up with the reinforcements, of course. These guys are gonna be behind. That's it. Actually, gonna be here. The reason for this is that I want the other units to arrive and join in as fast as possible. Now this guy is gonna stay back. Of course, these guys are gonna replenish anything that it's necessary. And I have just 2 units of cavalry. This force could deal with them, you know, toe to toe, but it would be difficult. If he attacks me immediately, then I'm gonna be in some dire straits. I would need to retreat in order, you know, so I wouldn't need to fight them. But for now, if I can destroy these Hunnic mounted bows, then it's
friendly banners. Our reinforcements arrive.
All reinforcements have arrived. Right, so we do have a couple of units here. Let me just keep them moving here. You know, I'm not gonna tell them to run because I don't need that. But for now, these guys need to go here. This guy needs to go here. That's it. Stop running. Thank you. These guys just go here and don't run. Thank you. You're gonna go here. Don't run. Now there's the cavalry, and I think everyone else has moved in, right? I think so. So let's just move in. You guys can go over here. You can sort of run. Now you guys can add up with these guys and this guy, actually, and this guy and this guy. That's it. You can go here. Good. Don't run. Just waltz. Just waltz. You're gonna group up and move here. Don't run. Just go standard. Okay, I have plenty of archers. I think this is gonna be way easier than I was expecting. So these arrow units should go here. And certainly don't run. Now this unit, let me just make sure that we don't get overwhelmed there. So let's see like this. Good. So everyone runs. No, actually don't run. And let's fast forward. Thank you. Because as you can see, yeah, these guys are in dire needs to join up. Hey, is there anyone on the stream right now? Welcome! If there is anyone, it's the first battle against the Huns, guys. You know, a small horde. This is not actually the step hordes that we've been talking about, you know, but still. It's a pretty decent one. Pretty decent one. It's better if I can actually destroy the whole unit. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do so, but hopefully, yes, hopefully I'll be able to, you know, completely overcome them. Certainly don't want to lose any units due to attrition afterwards, so I do have a couple of units in the middle who are going to suffer a little bit. Hi, Mr. Sabuska, welcome to the stream, and welcome to a battle against the Huns. Alright. We're just waiting for them. I know, Samuel. I know. I know. I start to learn a couple of your names, different names from YouTube and different names from Steam and all. Sometimes I can't remember. It's difficult, but it's okay. Alright, let's see. Let's see. We're just developing my, you know, entering my forces appropriately. Now all my cavalry is mostly positioned, everything else is positioned. I wish this fast forward would, you know, fast forward, because it's not. Right. Let's just watch my forces move. Yeah, because they're not fast moving, look at that. If I put them like this, they're moving the same way. Yeah, it's just not framing up well. But oh well. It should be a little bit faster, you know. Maybe it's faster if I don't look. I don't know. Sometimes it is faster if I don't look. Is it? No, let's just watch the trees and stuff and notice the detail. Let's see, it's not like it goes with the wind. Look at that. It doesn't go with the wind. You know, someone had to make this texture into the game, which is really not that easy. You know, it's really not that easy. Look at the amount of detail on that. It's really amazing. Of course, everything is actually a copy of those. Okay, so they are moving in. Most of my troops are getting into position. Meanwhile, on the Hunnic force, now I like their position. They're going to go infantry in the middle with arrow support from the sides, and this cavalry can protect everything else and do a mass charge. So I think he's going to try to break through the middle and be unsuccessful. Because whatever flank he has, I actually have my cavalry all on one flank to deal with that. And I have some committances on the other flank, which I'll be sure that on the left flank everything is pretty set up. You know, I have plenty of infantry to deal with that flank, and that's actually how I want it. You know, I want superiority on the right flank, and to just withstand the attack on the left. I don't think he can overcome, you know, 4 or 5 units of infantry in the left. So yeah, I guess that's the idea here. Let me just select everyone and start moving into the middle. Should we? No, I don't want. As you can see, there some of them are actually quite hindered there. No, they're unhappy there. That's not good. They're unhappy because of their movement. You know, because of their general. But nothing that I can do about that. Okay, finally we can move. Let's move them like this. This is just arrow fur. That's it. Don't run. There we go. So how's the day? Over here it seems to be, you know, snowy. Look at the detail on this. It's just amazing. Yeah, let's watch my troops forward. That's it. You're cool, Germanic nobles. Let me watch you from the front. Yeah, look at that. We have the same types of mustache, so we got that going. You know, it's always nice to have a good mustache on these battles. Well, this guy doesn't. You know, he's just a recent. He's a toddler. Look at that. He doesn't. Oh, poor boy. No, it's a shame on him. Now, do we have any massive abilities? Yes, this also has a precision shot. I want them to move those up. This guy, honestly, let's use the rapid advance as soon as you can. These guys don't. What is this? Brace 2. Target friendly units to provide the resistance to charges for a short time. That's cool. I can use this ability. Where's this guy? There we go. It's here. Good. Great. So I can use that ability on those combatants' spears to hold on a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. This guy is also going to go with that. These guys, they can actually have the spear wall. I think I'm gonna do that as soon as possible. I'm gonna do something like this and just form up a spear wall. Yeah, since, you know, most of my men are actually properly deployed, I think I'm gonna lose a couple of Germanic brigands. No problem. Actually, I think that's the best option for me. You know, just to lose a couple of these dudes. You know, they are not really that. They're good, you know, but they're not as expensive, so, you know, I can lose a couple of them. It's exactly for this reason, you know. So the way that I want this battle to go is for my archers to focus their archer units instead of focusing their infantry or anything else, and my pikemen and spearmen will just keep the cavalry at bay. If they charge in, they're going to be slaughtered. If they don't charge in and try to go around, my skirmishers and archers will do the necessary, you know, the necessary ones. So that's 5 minutes to just bring them into the fray. Oh boy, I love this game. Except this part, I love it. No, because it's not that boring. It's just that there's nothing coming in, you know. If they would move in, you know, a little bit closer, that would be best. Can you imagine if they were like here defending? That's where I would defend. No. Okay, so my cavalry is poised. That's cool. There's no way he can bring this cavalry down unless he totally sends everything against it, and if he sends everything, he's gonna suffer massive casualties from my archers. Alright, I'm kinda thinking on turning them to run. Let me see, they're all fresh. Yeah, these guys are all fresh for now. Everything is fresh. So I could tell them to run a little bit. Yeah, let me send them running. Come on, run a little bit. That's it. It's not like you're gonna go immediately into wavering or anything. Yeah, look at that. They'll still be fresh. Now, there's not a lot of range here, but we'll provide that. That's it. Let me wait for them in position. Come on, just a couple more movements. These guys are moving really slowly because of everything. Okay, and now I can move these guys closer. That's where I want you. Are they fresh? If they're fresh, that's fine. That's it. Come on, come on. Let me stop you running. That's it. Now they're fresh. Are there any these are shaken? They're all fresh. So for now, doesn't seem like I've suffered too much. Yeah, everyone is fresh in terms of movement. Good. I gotta make sure that they keep fresh for the battle. Now these skirmishers, they're gonna probably be charged upon really fast. So I'm just gonna stop them a little bit. That's it. We discovered the enemy's hidden units. Okay, there's an extra unit right there. There's some step nonsense. They're also, a little bit more destroyed than I would say. Let's run everyone now. I'm exhausting my patience. Oh, hang on. What did I do? I don't know. What did I do? This guy. Let's send these guys here. That's it. Those mercenaries, they're firing already. They're firing against my cavalry. Yes, they are. Okay. So my bows need to be doing the damage. Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. Can you fire on these guys? Okay, they only have... what? Hang on a second. They're like this? They're not missile firing? Missiles fire on the bows. Only attack those. That's it. Oh, hang on a second. Gotta send these guys. That's it. That's the warlord there? No, that's just a warband. Good. One of the units from the archer units are dead. That's it. That's it. Let's move forward.
Enemy units have been rallied. Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
Actually, this guy is gonna attack here. Over here, how is everything? Let's attack that. Let's brace them. That's it. Right, these guys, can you attack this? Can you attack this? And can you attack over here? That's nice. So overall, let's send everything in right there. Let's go for it. Now my skirmishers, can you attack something like this? That's nice. These guys, oh, my whole cavalry unit. All my cavalry is having fun. Let's attack here. Yeah, they found their courage. Let's attack here. That's cool. Stop it. Why do I have, do I have auto fire instead of... That's it, go fire. Let's strike them down. What's going on with the cavalry units? There's one here. Okay, everything is fleeing here. That's nice. Men of Germania, let's attack the chieftain.
The enemy has discovered our hidden...
Yeah, the chieftain is right there, so I'm actually attacking them properly. There we go. Over here everything is fleeing, so let's send everything up there. Archer units, let's just tell them to attack. Hang on. Just stop there. I don't know, but I think I hit some unit or some key that makes them force fire. Because I'm having this symbol instead of, telling them to attack. Which is a little bit bad. I didn't want to do that. But okay, their general is dead, so I can send everything here. That's it. Cavalry can go back. That's cool. Let's attack those mounted bows.
Warriors eager for blood.
Let's go. Come on, do I have any keys that because I'm not seeing them attacking normally. Oh, that's a victory. How many men have I lost? About the same number, considering the odds here. I don't know what happened, but I don't think I was issuing these guys, missile attacks. I don't know. Probably they were. Yeah, because they still have a couple of casualties and they never engaged in melee properly. Right, so he's gonna survive with these mounted units. That's not good. But maybe I can bring up, some damage against these. That's it. Let me see any other units here that I can, attack. Doesn't seem like it. But I did survive with most of my troops. I don't know if any were destroyed, but so far, so good. Let me see here. That was a nice battle, considering that I don't know what happened here because it wasn't firing. Usually when you click Alt, that's when these guys will go in melee. But they're not going in melee actually. They're already going auto melee. I don't know what happened. Was it this? Toggle metal mode. Oh, I hit F. Did I do that? Yeah. That was silly. That was really silly. Because I was hitting instead of D, I hit F, which is really near on the keyboard. So I wasn't checking that up. I forgot that there is actually a button for that. Okay. Doesn't matter. It ended up alright. It could have been better because of that error. Come on. That was so silly. Ah, I hate these errors. I gotta remember, well, that's even better that it happened on this battle instead of a very important one. So there's something here. What are they? Just some mercenary whatever warriors. Let's just go for them. Let's go. Although they are 3, I don't want even 3 surviving. Let's watch them die. How are they wearing? Oh, they're wearing nothing. They have like a pike or something like that. Something like a fox. They're kind of like my foxmen, it seems. Right, kill them. That's it. Good. Didn't I? There are 3. Come on, I sent 200 horsemen against 3 guys and they're still alive. They're tier 2 units. Oh, that's nice. Right, and the battle, that was a decisive victory. That's the first horde destroyed, and I lost 1,365 men. Maybe some archers because I was silly! I was so silly! That was the, since I hit the F, I didn't want to. And I heard the sound, but I couldn't check in the middle of the battle what had I hit. Then I realized, okay, my archers are moving, what did I hit? I thought it was Alt, that got... I thought I was actually hitting my Alt key, thinking maybe it's stuck or something like that, and it didn't work. At least I didn't lose any units. That's good. He survived with 4 horsemen, but... Oh, I'm gonna get a lot of replenishment, that's nice. And that dude... Yeah, that dude is gone. He's not gonna bring it up too much here. Right, so I can bring these guys over here. Let's go force march. That's cool. Good, he's gonna replenish a lot. And you're gonna do the same thing, dude. You're gonna do the same thing. And actually you're gonna go here. That's cool. So I have some general details here. I can increase him. So this guy is a general, so I don't want... Does this provide local province stuff? Yes, it does. Local province. It doesn't need to be the governed one. Alright. So I want authority here for less fatigue. That helps. And I want more morale when attacking, or some integrity. Some sacking would be nice. Or melee. Let's go infantry melee there. Yeah. Actually, if I get... Let me go with 2 authority there, because that gives me more public order in the governed province in case I want this guy for governed, and it gives a lot of morale. So I like that. This gives me more morale for ranged infantry units. That's nice. And this guy's not married. I don't know what happened. It doesn't matter. Now, let me check the events. Did I get anything interesting? Battle of Apullon was good. And rank gained, which I already have done that. Right, this guy is gonna join up over here, and I cannot recruit any other units there. Where are my agents? Let me check my agents. Forces, where's my agent? That's the only agent that I have. Provinces are kind of fine. Dalmatia. Now this has a general, a governor there. This has a governor there. Let me spot a little bit while I'm on the end. Let me spot the things that I want to do. So this guy is a governor. Let me check his character details. Is he good for a governor? Yes, he is. He has some tax rate there. I can give him some stuff. Construction cost and more research. That's good. More morale for the commanded force. I don't want that. I prefer that to be on someone else. He's an elder, actually. Can anyone go into judge? Can anyone go? This Cephrax dude can. That would mean more tax rate for all provinces. So this guy, let's go upgrade him for a judge. Can anyone go elder? Athanarik is already an elder. Can anyone go companion that I have not checked? No, honestly no. So let me check the other governor. He's a statesman. This guy is a statesman. Where's the other governor? It's actually my High King. Is he any good for that? He has more cunning, not really that important. He has some unit experience and more public order. This doesn't count. I guess this guy should be a general instead of just a governor. And his wife is some cunning, and yeah, that's nice. So I'm getting less upkeep costs, which I'm not taking advantage of. And I do have some construction costs, less. But what could I have as a governor? Perhaps this dude. Let me spot him. What would happen if he was a governor? Okay, a lot less of... No, this is not a good governor. He could be, but it's not really that cool. Yeah, it's not really that good. This guy is almost the guy that I want to kill, honestly. I cannot spot these guys as, you know, potential governors. But so far this guy, I would go and assassinate him, honestly. Or just, yeah, probably he's gonna be alright, you know. He's gonna be alright for now. Okay, so everything is set up. I think that will be an end turn and also an end of this episode for YouTube, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers!